in a different location today because I'm listening to my child's monitor. My husband is out running errands, and my child is not feeling his best. So we're in here listening to the monitor. We might move back into the office at some point when my husband gets back. But right now, we're chilling in here. So we did have updates this week. Yay! Um, was hoping to get 4. We got 3, so that's not terrible. Things are moving and evolving in the story, and that is good. Hi Tanya. Hi Mandy. Hi Monica. Um, yeah, it's been a good weekend. At the moment, my child is upset about something. I'm really not sure. He's got kind of a stuffy nose. I feel like his allergies are acting up. Um, my husband thinks I'm crazy. He's like, people don't have allergies right now. And I'm like, I do. But you know, hi Luciana. Um, but yeah, so coming into next week, I do have hi Elena, hi Cassandra, hi Kimbers. Do have good news. The girl who does FSI came back early. She might go back out. Hi Andrea. So I'm not done with them, but hopefully she'll be taking over her stuff slowly because naturally when you come back to your job, you shouldn't just jump full in and do your job like when you leave and you expect someone else to jump full in and do your job. But that's me and I'm bitter. Hi Joanne. So hopefully next week can be a bit more stable. Fingers are crossed. Um, and I might not lose my mind, but we'll find out. Sometimes I think they are just trying to make me lose my mind. So yeah, what does everybody want to talk about today? I will say I've come up with a lot of outlines. Obviously, if you've read the most recent chapter, there's some things to Paige we don't know, and I do have an outline for Paige, Avery, Addison, and gang. So they all have outlines. Obviously, there's a lot to unwrap with Paige. I feel like people haven't really noticed that her character has been sassy the entire time. But her character has been sassy since we were introduced to her. So that wasn't new for Paige. And the thing about Paige is, you know, the Supernaturals are raised to know who the Hakura are as a race, not necessarily like who they are because they look like normal people, so you wouldn't know unless their eyes started glowing. But for her, she doesn't really remember her family life. So she doesn't remember if her parents taught her anything about them and that they deal with respect. So to her, insulting Corbin is not a big deal. Obviously, she knows Kaden and Micah, but she likes them. And they think she's funny. So, for Paige, they're on Melanie's side, and so she likes them. So they've kind of had a different dynamic. So to Paige, insulting Corbin is just, like insulting everybody else. So to her, it's not that big of a deal. She treats everybody the same. Can't wait to reread this book. I feel like I'm missing so many tidbits. There's a lot going on in this book. A lot going on. Lot. But yeah, ever since Paige has been introduced, Paige has been sassy. So feel like people might not have noticed that until the last one, but if you go back and look at the lines she has, they're separated from the group, so Alexander can kind of lay down some ground rules about talking to Melanie, and Paige is in there toasting, to hearing sides and shit, and saying there's icicles forming in hell because she doesn't hate Dalton and she thinks he's hot. And she's been pretty determined to hate Dalton and Dakota and all of Red Run since she met Melanie. So she's been sassy the whole time. I'm curious about her original name and what happened to her brother. Yeah, that's obviously some setup. So we don't know if anything did happen to her brother. We just know that Melanie thinks he's not dead. So it doesn't necessarily mean he is or he isn't. Such good updates this week. I love it all. But hey, Melanie and Haley, it's so precious. Melanie and Haley are going to have several conversations They're actually they're all interesting in how they go down. Um, so they're fun, and obviously Haley can understand a bit more than anybody else can. And I think it's obvious at this point that Haley knows that. Um, so while others maybe, have an inkling of maybe what's gone down with Melanie, whereas Haley is like, I see the signs. I could make a pretty good guess about what her life was like while she was not here. Um, so we'll kind of see more of that, and the fact that she gets it, like she gets it. I've seen a lot of people wondering like how Melanie can still be upset. And I think that it's not really true to any character or any situation in life. If you have spent 7 years being upset with somebody, that does not go away regardless of finding out, "Oh, it wasn't really them." Like, that hurt doesn't go away, those things aren't unsaid. There's you know, you need some time to rationalize in your mind that you were lied to and that, while at the same at the same time those words were still said, they might not be from who you thought they were, and that's tough to reconcile. And then there's the fact that we obviously don't know. We know bad things went down, but we have not gotten full details on what went down with her while she was there. We've gotten some snips, we've gotten some other stuff. Hi, Allison. And we'll get some more information as time goes on. Obviously, with the outtake today, um, there was some more information. Um, but um, there's still a lot of hurt there, and there's still why did you accept this person was me? Why didn't you come for me? Um, let's see. From today's outtake, Nate is a partial fairy. Did he only find that out? What is his other part if he is working with hunters? Nate's been mentioned at the beginning of the book as a partial fairy. That wasn't discovered in today's outtake. That's been mentioned in the book by Melanie. Um, and his mom died and he was taken in by a pack. His backstory is in the beginning of Alexander and Melanie's book. She talks about him. So, and he'll come back around. He's not done being mentioned. So, but yeah, he was um yeah, he's been mentioned. So, oh, I completely missed that. We'll go back and reread. Yeah, his backstory and what he's doing and why is mentioned. So, um, yeah, Melanie talks about him. He's the one who, when Micah came in, she's like, uh, Dante, where's Nate? Like, she wanted Nate because Nate is in with her. So, um, yeah, she knew that Nate would let Micah join no problem, but Dante being there obviously presented a problem. Um, but yeah, Nate's story is mentioned in the books. So, do we have any other questions? Is everybody excited it's out there about the cookies? You've been theorizing about the cookies for a very long time, and now it's official. It was the cookies. So the readers have been like, it's the cookies. And now I can finally be like, you're right, it is the cookies. So that was fun for me. It's fun for me to put out there because everybody's been like, seriously, it's the cookies. So oh, and also happy Halloween to everyone that celebrates Halloween. Happy Halloween. Um, hope everybody has safe trick or treating tonight in the state of the world we all live in. Will Freya get stronger faster now that the wedding rings are gone? Yes. Um, it was part of what was obviously it's she was suppressed for almost 7 years. Not no, for almost 4 years. So she does still need to get stronger, but the rings were hindering that. So it is she'll get stronger faster. Have we met Robert's dad? Yes. Can't wait until Robert's part unfolds and who his dad is and such. Um, the reader is going to know that. Melanie's going to keep that a little closer to the vest until later, for the larger group, because they're for she has her reasons. But I want to know who the father is for Robert. I think I lost the reference that he has his father's eyes. Yes, Melanie says that she knows who the Red Run Trader is and that he has his father's eyes, and she had never noticed that before. Were the rings the reason Alexander couldn't mark Mel? No, the reason that he hasn't marked her is because Corbin and Katie told him not to because they don't know if he marks her before she shifts, if she'll be able to. Because any werewolf who has been marked has been shifted as far as they know. So obviously now with Black Path coming in and Melanie saying, that guy tried to mark Sierra when she was 15, there are obviously werewolves that have been marked prior to getting their wolf. They don't know if that stops them from getting their wolf. Um, were the rings the reason he can't pop to her? We'll find out. We'll find out what's going on with the rings. But it's mentioned, like Corbin tells him not to mark him. They're looking into it. They just don't know if it would affect her from shifting. Or the rings like the dome that keep people because Alexander still can't pop to her. We'll find answers to that. Do Hexy and Idell have the same mother? No. None of none of Mercutious's children have the same mother. Will Melanie confide in Alexander with all the info that she won't tell a larger group? How Melanie confides the information, usually it is to him first. But there are things that there are things that come out that, her and other characters talk about first, sort of an encouraging type of way. I'm curious how Melanie can see through fairy enchantments. We'll find out. We'll find out those answers. And it's going to get even more curiouser here because, as TJ asked, he wants her to play at Allison's birthday, and she agreed with the rebels. So there are 3 fairy enchanted houses still in Yellow Hills. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I wonder mating and marking would speed up the strength for Freya to be able to shift sooner. So right now their problem is they don't know if she would be able to shift if he marks her because she hasn't shifted yet. And a werewolf is supposed to be shifted before they're marked because they shift at 16 and then they get marked at 18. So they just don't know. So all that's kind of unknown right now. And as Drake said, he's willing to spend any type of money to figure out how she can shift and how he can help her with that. This might be a short one, guys. Little man is making some noise. I might have to go get him. Um, quickly, does anyone else have any questions? Might try to jump on later. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's got a little bit of a stuffy nose, and usually that means we need to snuggle mom. So, oh, now he's quiet. We'll see. We're gonna play this by ear, guys. But we will get answers to all those questions. Um, obviously, the larger group hasn't yet talked about the fact that, well, Alexander has not been part of the conversations that Melanie could see through a fairy charm. Other characters have been at this point. Um, but Alexander has been busy, and then, they had to deal with the whole, "Oh, by the way, Claire tried to hurt me," and Mel kind of paralyzed her conversation where Haley was like, "Excuse me?" Um, and then you have your son may be eating teeth in the back. Yeah, that's true. He was fine with the other ones that came in. Will Alexander get his wings when Mel shifts? No, that's not how he gets his wings. That is not how he gets his wings. I'm gonna say when he does, everyone's gonna need their comfort food and or drink reading said chapter. I've been debating my request. I've been debating my outtake request. Which character other than the Connors or related to the Connors would be a great outtake? Haven't been able to decide. No one has requested what happened when Dylan popped out with Claire. Because obviously, he took Claire to Alpha Theo, so no one's requested that. Um, OMG, I was going to suggest that. Yeah, no one's requested that. Gosh, I was looking at the. I've been writing outlines, guys. I need to go back and see that. So he will need a strong emotion like Haley to get his wings, like losing someone. No, because Haley got her wings and she's the pure of heart fairy. She's the one who has to go through the most emotional turmoil. And now that she has, the partial fairies are a little bit more like Aiden in that they have to be very angry. They have to have a very strong emotion in order for that to happen. It does have to be something pretty big, obviously, because Elise was taken and EJ didn't get his. And obviously, he was not happy about that. So, it does need to be a bit stronger of an emotion than like necessarily it would be for Aiden, but they don't have to go through something horrible like Haley did. I think it's when we find out about the scars. We'll see. Will Melanie be at any of the Red Run ceremonies with their mates, such as Jason and Dakota? We know that she's planning to. She told Addison she would be there for her. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it's Jason and Addison's ceremony. We've got some things to get through throughout the week, but Jason and Addison's ceremony is at the end of the week. So we'll see. Will Alexander find out about the scars on her back soonish? I do like this word soonish. Yes, he will find out soonish. Not in a typical way, but yes, he does find out about them. And yeah, so he does find out. But yeah, if work will cooperate, y'all, hoping within either next week or the week after, we'll have the answers to a lot of this. And obviously, with that comes a lot to unpack. But hoping here in the next few weeks, reveals shall happen. Okay. I'm gonna have to give it one more minute, guys, then I'm gonna have to go check on little man. Hi, all. Happy we hope you're feeling better. Such great writing this week. I am feeling much better. It was not a great day. I think that was Friday. Yeah, that was not a great day. But I am going to have to let you guys go, and we will chat more later. Bye, guys.